Hi everyone, it's Cami and today I wanted to talk with you about colored hair. Because as you can see, my hair is blue. Well, it was supposed to be lavender, but since I'm a major failure, it's blue. So in this video I wanted to talk about why, how I did it, and how people react to colored hair. So the first question you might be asking is, how is it to have colored hair? Well, it's great! No, for real, it's super cool. Get to be unique and so recognizable, so that's a good thing. So, this is going to be, I think, a long talk, so grab your cup of coffee, tea or hot cocoa, lemonade, water, orange juice or whatever, and let's dive into it. No, this is too hot. So I've had my hair colored for 8 months now, and it's been a long journey. I think that we can say my colored hair was a succession of major fail. Every time I tried to dye it a specific color, it didn't turn out like I wanted it to be. I'm not sure it makes sense, but I'm gonna explain everything. I had dyed my hair in the past, approximately 4 years ago when I was still in high school. So this is me in high school. And as you can see, I had very long hair and I only decided to color the end of my hair. And I decided to color it blue. Why? I think that what I wanted to show is, since I was in a very conservative, private and Catholic high school, I wanted to show that even the nice, kind and shy girl could have her hair blue. It's not only for rebellious people, like I was the girl that nothing wrong would happen to. No, that's wrong. Because a lot of wrong things happened to me in high school. But the girl who was never doing something wrong, that would do this kind of rebellious act to dye her hair, especially blue, which is really not natural, because when I was in high school, the only person that dyed her hair a not normal color was one of my best friends, and she did the same thing as me, that she just dyed the end of her hair, but it was in red. So I think that now red is a lot more common than blue, because nowadays we are more used to see people with red hair, whereas blue is really not a natural color. Also, I think that, to be honest, I wanted to be more recognizable, because at this time I was no one. I wanted that change. And also, when your hair is this specific, when your hair is blue, you have to be very careful about what you do, because when you have normal hair, if people don't know you and they don't know your name, if you do something wrong, they'll have to search your name, or maybe they don't know you, so they won't notice. But then you become the girl with blue hair, so anything you do wrong, it's going to be, look what the blue hair girl did. So that was a bit of a challenge as well. So back to 8 months ago, why I decided to re-dye my hair. It's because, first of all, it's cool to have this hair, and I'm a bit ashamed to say it, but I remember like Kylie Jenner with her so beautiful blue hair only at the end. I think she did this only the end of her hair, and it was so gorgeous, and I wanted to do that again. And so I took the pretext of Halloween, because I wanted to dress as Coraline, who has blue hair. Again, I just wanted to do it again. So maybe you have seen my video about my Halloween costume and how it failed miserably. That's a story for later. So now that I've told you why I dyed my hair, I think it's time to show you how I did it. Also, my cat is here now, just so you know. The first thing I did to dye my hair was to dye my hair. I mean, I used a product to take off the color of my hair because it's brown and so the color will not stick to brown hair. You have to be blonde, almost white, so it could work better. So what I did, stupidly, is I bought a kit to do a kind of ombre effect. It's something that just go from brown to blonde, but in a nice way. And I knew that it was not enough, and that's why I said in my video about my Halloween costume is that I wanted my hair to be blue, but I did not dye my hair enough and was still yellow, so of course blue and yellow makes green. So the product I choose to color my hair is the same one as 4 years ago when I was in high school, so it's the Crazy Color one. I wanted to have a blue hair, so I took the Capri Blue Crazy Color product, and so because my hair was not dyed enough, it turned out green. The thing is, I could not do this again. I could not put color in my hair again because I was filming a video for my Halloween costume that was supposed to go out the same day, so I had no time, and my first reaction when I saw that it was green, at first I was like, oh no, and then I just laughed so hard. It just was too funny because I couldn't change anything. It was done and I had to accept it. To be honest, I think it was kind of cool, and I still liked it. It was such a fun experience because it was not calculated. It still made me laugh from time to time because it was really not that unexpected, because of course deep down I knew that it will not turn out like I wanted to. But I mean, I liked it anyway, so, and it would make for a good story to tell. After 2 months with having green hair, I wanted to change, and I wanted to have purple hair. I wanted it to be pretty and very feminine, when I think that the green was just weird and funny. So I used the lavender one, which I really loved, and the first thing I did was buying the violet one, but it's not the same color as you might see, and more on that later. So I bought this lavender and it gave me this gorgeous hair that I love so much, and because it's such a pain in the to take care of, because you have to redo the color like every week or every 2 weeks. In addition to that, I bought the shampoo for all the purple color. So it's something that you use after you shampoo in the shower, and so it's supposed to stay purple longer, which I'm not quite sure it works. I don't know. And so I've had this, I think I bought like 2 or 3 lavender bottles, and I still had this one, which my opinion was too dark because, sorry, they have been used. As you can see, this one is purple, but this one is not. And I want to cut my hair in the next few days because I want to change, and so I knew I had to finish this bottle. So I dyed my hair with this, and this says Violette, which the literal translation of purple in French is violet. So when you buy something that says Violette, you think that it will be purple, but as you guys know, violet in English doesn't mean purple. otherwise it would be purple. But violet is blue, and that's why my hair is blue. So, do you understand that when I tried to have blue hair, it turned out green, and when I tried to have purple hair, it turned out blue? What the Anyway, I should have known, because of course everyone knows the expression roses are red, violets are blue. I feel very stupid and ashamed too. So you might be wondering, why do I want to cut my hair if it's such a good experiment, such a good thing to have colored hair? Well, because I had my hair colored for 8 months and I want to go back to my natural brown straight hair, because yes, it is straight as you can see here, but the end is curly because 1 year ago I curled it permanently. So I just want to go back to my natural hair. I've missed it. That's why. So now, let's spill up some tea. Well, it very depends on the person. And also, one thing you have to understand is, when you dye your hair a certain color, you know the consequences of your act. If you did it, it's because you wanted it, and because mostly you don't care about what people think. So, that will be the word for today. I don't care. Or no one cares. So I'm going to talk first about my family reaction, my friends' reaction, and other people's reaction. So first of all, my mom bought me my first bottle of this when I was in high school, because I was talking about it so much, but I wasn't sure that I was going to do it. But since my mom bought it, I tried. I don't quite remember what she thought at that time, but this year when she saw that I had, first of all, blonde hair just before I colored it, she said, "Oh my god, what have you done?" Sorry, mom. And then when she saw that I had green hair, she looked at me and said, "Well, it's your head, it's your hair." And so I knew that she hated it, but she was okay with it, because it's my choices, me accepting the consequences, and also I just thought it was too funny not to keep it. So my dad really don't care, or never spoke to me about it. My brothers, well, anything about me, they don't care, so... Oh, they made fun of me, I think, but I don't care, so it's okay. And as for my extended family, when I went to see my grandma, the first thing she said was, "Oh, you have green hair." "Yes, I do." "What ideas have came through your mind?" And I was like, I wanted to have my hair green, and so that is what I did. And she said, "Okay, sure." What a crazy kid. No, I think that she really don't care. Whereas for my godfather's wife and her 3 cute little children, they ran out to me to say hello. And they are very little, like the oldest one is 6, and they ran out to me to say hello and say, "Hey, come here, oh my god, you have green hair." And the first one said, "I don't like it." The second one said, "I love it." And the third one said, "I really hate it." And she's only like 3, I think. They thought it was paint, that I just painted my hair, and so they were like, "Oh, I wouldn't like to have my hair so wet or weird." And I was like, "You can touch it, it's color, it's not paint." But they were too funny. And next to that, my cousin said, "Yeah, you have green hair." And that's it. I think that when people don't like it, whether they say it or they don't, and I appreciate that they did not share that their negative comments. When there's nothing nice to say, you don't have to say anything at all. And so that was great. As for my friend's reaction, the first time I dyed my hair blue, so in high school, I remember having a lot of compliments, so that made me really happy. But then in my group of friends, one of the girls said, "Are you really going to keep your hair like this? Are you really going to keep this color?" And I kind of understand, because it was pale blue and a bit green, because it was the first time I was doing it, so it was not the right ratio of color, so it was okay. I was going to do it over again the next week, so I kind of understand, but in my head I was like, of course I'm going to keep it like this. This is my choice and I don't care what you think. But of course all I said is yes. Anyway, so I had a lot of compliments about my hair, because it was very long and it was brown and then a bit blonde and then blue, and so many people told me that I looked like a mermaid, which is always a compliment. And then this year I did it during the vacation, and so I was really excited to see people's reaction when I went back to school. And so I was feeling so great, like the queen. I wanted to tell my story like, yeah, I completely failed my color, but it's green and I like it. I just felt so special, so yeah, so the queen. So I walked into the school like feeling so great, almost like doing this with my hair, like I'm gonna rock this day, it's gonna be amazing, I'm gonna get so much compliment, even though I didn't do this for compliments. But so I walked into the school, and then I saw one of my friends who colored her hair during the vacation as well, but she had blue hair and pink hair, so I couldn't match, and I was quite mad because she stole my moments. And but the thing is, it looked gorgeous on her, so I couldn't say a thing, and I was super happy for her. And I still got my little moments, like people was like, "Why the fuck is your hair green?" And I was like, "Didn't you see my video?" Of course they didn't. And so I told my story, and most of them told me that they liked it, so. But again, if they didn't like it, I don't care. It's cold. So now onto people's reaction. I remember I'm not sure what you could call it in English, supervisor went to see me like 2 months after I dyed my hair blue. He said, "You know, Camille, someone told me in the teacher's room that a student in school had blue hair, and I wouldn't believe them. And then they told me it was you," so me, Camille, "and I wouldn't believe them. And then I saw you with blue hair, and then I would believe." And what I just remember is that it took him 2 months to realize that. The same for another teacher. They thought that it was part of my outfit, or that it was a scarf. Some people just did not realize that my hair was colored. One of my teacher, my math teacher, thought I was the rebellious girl, and she thought it was pretty cool. And then I had another annoying teacher in high school who made jokes about it, so it was kind of lame, but people will talk. What's funny is that in my architecture school, no one mentioned my hair except for this not teacher but person at the administration who asked me questions because she wanted advices for her daughter. So I thought that was kind of cool. But since I had my hair a certain color, I saw people at school with pink hair, with blue hair. I'm not saying that I'm the one who inspired them, but I think that maybe if you want to try it, if you see someone having it at your school, it's easier than just jump into it like I did in high school. Also, I feel like because I'm in an artistic field, which is architecture and design and everything, it's okay because, you know, art people tend to be a lot more crazy, so they are more tolerant. On a side note, when I was walking in the street, sometimes I could hear people saying, "Oh look." With all that being said, not everyone is as tolerant as the people I spoke about. For example, before entering architecture school, I made the decision of cutting my hair just because I didn't want the jury to be influenced by what my hair looked like. Also, I remember there was a girl with blue hair auditioning for a place in the school, and she was not there when the school opened, so maybe she was taken somewhere else, or maybe she was not taken at all. I think it really depends on what field you're on. Sometimes you have to adjust, and it sucks, but it's the way things are. And very recently I went to a company to get you know, small jobs during the summer, and in their rules they said you have to wear makeup if you're a girl, and you should not have a strong coloration in your hair. So it's a good thing that I'm cutting it off, because otherwise I don't think they will give me a job. Since I'm still at school, and that's why I did it in the first place, it's because I wanted to experiment, and because I still can have colored hair, I did it now, so that in my future career people will not be influenced by my hair and have negative thoughts prior to meeting me or knowing who I am. But if you want to try to have colored hair, it's such a good journey. It's very challenging to make it match with your outfit, but it's such a good experience that I would totally recommend it. And also just to see what people think around you, how tolerant they are, and also it's changed the way you look at yourself. I can't believe I'm going to say that, but after all, you only have one life. With that being said, and my tea is finished, this is the end of the video. I hope you like it, and tell me in the comments if you have a disastrous story to tell about your hair, and maybe if you tried to color your hair, what happened, what was people's reaction. I really hope you like this little format when I just talk to you guys. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm counting on you. And I see you in the next one. Bye!